made by federal government. But I do know that parties in the election will make efforts to win election. There's nothing wrong in that. But federal government, I'm part of the federal government. I'm sure that if the president wanted to win Osun at all cost, I would be involved. And I would have been there. And the governor would have known that it would have been different. Election is not won one day. Election is not one day. Election is a process. You can't just get up in the morning to go and win an election. President is a politician now. So people should not, when they say effort of federal government, what do you see to show that federal government is seriously interested to win this? If colleagues, governors, as of a party, think that by going there, will have a form of influence, it is to the people. I didn't see anything that anybody would tell the federal government did. Do you know what you are talking about? If federal government carry influence, do you not see 2019 influence in the River State election, where you saw federal might, where the military was fully involved, where women came out naked, carrying their breasts, showing the soldiers, look at our breasts, you won't do anything here today. That's what they say when you see might, military might, federal might. Where you see where military base was turned to collation center. Then when they talk about federal might, come on, when they say people like Atiku, did his party not contest? If you were trying to support Adeleke, why did you feed the candidate? Their candidate have lost. You are now saying, oh, we thank God the Accord Party won. Are you a member of Accord Party? If you are talking about coalition, you would have done the coalition before then. You would have come to say, look, everybody in this party step down. We want Accord to win this election. Then you would have made sense. Then after the election, you say, oh, we won. Look, they won. What did everybody say? He said, President, I thank you for allowing a free and fair election. And for that purpose, I want to reiterate my commitment I made to you. I will still support you for a second term. So they are taking that, having said, oh, Adeleke, you have won. They are looking for a way to enter. Unfortunately, the government is smarter than them. The government says, don't come here. You are bad luck, people, don't come here. Don't come and tell me now that I have won. I have defeated Tinubu. If Tinubu did not allow free and fair election, would I have won? No. Because they allowed free and fair election. I was away and spoke to the governor, even during the election. I spoke to him. I said, look, guys, he said, oh, look, everything's going on well. Fine. I said, I told you. Why are you worried? All this, of course, I know. If one or two individuals are doing something, that does not mean that the federal government is doing the anything. When you see the force of federal government, go and ask those who have survived it. People like me, who survived federal might. It's not by saying they say. It's not true. I was there when I heard that the president said, no, you cannot stop their or close their account, something like that. Do you know what it takes for a president to come out and say, no, don't do this? If there was a federal might, he would keep quiet. He said, look, I allow everybody to do their job. But he came out to say, you have to say no. He could have said, I will not interfere. Tomorrow, if I do this now, you will tell me to do the same thing tomorrow. But he said, no, I will not allow this to happen. Even if it will happen, let it be after the election. And that tells you, and immediately he won, the president called him. Well, what does he tell you? And the governor said, look, president has just called me, congratulating me. I won my election. Federal might, nobody called me. Nobody called me. After I defeated them, nobody in the government then called me. Oh. And then somebody won. President is calling you, congratulating you. And then somebody has the guts, the temerity to say, oh, after they defeated federal government. I mean, you don't invite trouble for somebody who did not look for any trouble. Adeleke, remember, Adeleke has never been too critical about the government. You remember that? Ordinarily, Adeleke would have been with them if things had worked out well. So, I don't see anybody, these people who have no basis. I think they believe they want federal government. What happened in the FCT election? What happened in the FCT election? That one was rigged. If they had won, it would have been a template that they defeated federal government. When they lose, government manipulated the process. When they win small thing, they will have shown their mind. No, it's not done so. So be able to know that this government, for what I have seen, in terms of allowing processes to run their own way, I think this government, to some extent, you must give them that credit. Give them that credit. You don't need to like anybody who is in charge or not. You don't need to. I have participated in the election. I have seen what they call federal might. I have seen where, of course, I don't know where most of you are. We have started work there. I'm sure, 2019, it was, I think it's just the man that is, they say is going to do what, VP for ADC, but I think it's the one that they say VP for River State, is it not? That will carry platoon of soldiers. Let them come and carry platoon of soldiers and come again. Because, you see, this election, 2027 election, will be the easiest election for Mr. President. 2023 was a tough election for him. Yes, I say so. 2023 was a tough election for him. This is the election where opposition has been crippled, you know what I mean? Crippling people. Depleted, they freeze them. They have nothing to, you see, for you to be opposition to remove a government, it must be what you call a strong, vibrant opposition that has stayed for over 4 years planning, not the opposition that is looking for party to go to. Today you go to party A. When they saw me in PDP, they ran away. They go to this place. So you see, that kind of opposition can never win. Can never win. And it will be the most complained election. Why? Because you have already known your fate before the election. So there will be much complaint. This is where the president will be carrying his portfolio, entering the villa, again without any stress. 2023 was a stressful election for him. How many people in 2023 could stand to count on your mandate will stand? Tell me. How many people will be bold, who were bold then to stand? Even governors that were even afraid. Because nobody knew. Nobody knew what the government then was trying to do. Now, everybody has seen where the good thing is. And people have moved down there. You think it will be the same. If the kind of weapons, look, when the presidential candidate of ADC should go back and, how did I fail the election? How many votes did he use in losing? 2.something million. Is it not correct? Eh? Check what G5 did to him. But for G5, you've made up that 2.5 million. Now there's no G5. Everywhere appeared to be that. So how do you win it? Forget about saying that. Governors may not. You see, governorship election is different from presidential election. You must know that. Governorship election is local factors, local variables. national election is a different ballgame. So I don't see, apart from giving them the platform of saying whatever they want to say, in real sense, in actual fact, is any election that has been done that ADC has made an impact? Is there any one election? Mind you, the National Secretary of ADC, who was a former governor, two-term governor of that state, with how many votes? Two-term governor of that state. Even if you will lose the election, even if I'm so bad, I didn't do well during my time, for example, why the winning man will be scoring 500-something thousand, second person will be scoring 400-something thousand, the third person will be scoring 17,000, a party that a former governor just recently. Come on. Then when it gets to the national election, that's when the party will win there. Try. Yeah, try. Please, we shouldn't be counting about all this. They know. So the only thing they can do now is, as usual, start crying. But if it is to win an election, no. It's not on the card at all. The opposition cannot win. Maybe after now, then they start planning and put their house in order. But if it is this 2027 election against Bola Ahmed Tinubu, no, forget it. It's over. No sentiment. If you like, say the whole is not correct. If you like, bring any sentiment you can. Because how you choose leadership is what attempts are you making? What steps have you taken to solving problems? That's how you identify a leadership. Not leadership that knows that this microphone is a problem, and he has not done anything to solve this problem of a microphone. Somebody has come, identified the same problem, say, no, I will do this in order to stop this problem. That is the person you should appreciate. So don't be talking about the opposition. Talk depleted opposition. Next time when you ask him a question, don't say opposition. Say depleted opposition, which are one of those that depleted them. Thank you very much. Thank you.